voices of greatness on the World Wide Web. VG8 Radio, the voices of greatness.
"2020 was the year we all looked forward to. It's the start of a new decade. It's the year of perfect vision. Or so we thought. And then the pandemic happened. Now, 2020 has become the year that ushered in the new normal. But in spite of that, here in Creative Voices, we believe it's still the perfect year for your voice to be heard. This is Creative Voices 2020. Bigger, bolder, better. And yet still and always the home of the best Filipino voiceover artists. We provide a pool of hundreds of voice profiles. Male or female, young or mature, calm or energetic. In English, Tagalog, and other Philippine dialects.
Tuloy ang kwento.
Padayon ang istorya.
Ituloy ti istorya.
Istorya continua.
Isundo may istorya.
Padagos lang ang satuyang istorya.
Padayon ang imo nga sugilanon.
Tuloy ang kwento.
An online platform for selecting, booking, and obtaining the perfect voiceover for your commercial, movie, corporate video, e-learning, telephone system, etc. You name it, we voice it. State-of-the-art recording studio, equipment, and software for a guaranteed crisp and clear audio quality. Online workshops on voice acting, home studio setup, and audio editing. We have produced over 2,000 graduates from VoiceWorks, our popular voice acting workshop since 2005. And the pandemic is no reason to stop. Vision 2025 to be the leading national network of young Filipino voice artists and creative voices. mission to provide developmental opportunities and platform that empower young Filipino voice artists in every corner of the Philippines to use their voices to promote positive social change. Adapt, adopt, adept. We create a culture of giving, sharing, loving, and caring. And disrupt the culture of selfishness, greediness, and ungratefulness. We give every unheard and aspiring Filipino voice artist an opportunity to rise above the noise and be heard. Be part of the new normal created by Creative Voices 2020. Join Certified Voice Artist Program. Creative Voices 2020 Vision 2025. Creative Voices Productions. www.youtube.com/thevoicemaster. #VoiceFromHome. Dahil basta boses, creative voices.
Good evening mga kaibig. Happy Tuesday ulit sa ating lahat. Yan, and welcome back. I'm back guys. Kuya RV is back for more of course para sa inyo and para makapagbigay tayo ulit ng mga nakakatuwa at makabuluhang kwento ng tungkol sa pag-ibig, sa buhay at kahit ano pa. So again guys, welcome to Voice from the Heart and you are now watching here Tuesday. And ano nga ba ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong Tuesday na to? No? Napakarami ng bago. There are so many things that have changed in the past few months. No? So I've been out for 2 months and everything is okay now. So now that I'm back, syempre, pag-uusapan lang natin kung ano yung mga pwede nating ibigay na payo ulit sa mga kaibig natin na naghintay for quite some time. No? Quite some time na magbalik ang Voice from the Heart. So, but before that guys, tingnan mo natin kung ano pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Look at this naman guys. Simpleng-simple lang pag-uusapan natin. Voice from the Heart topic today is ang tanong ng puso. Bakit bigla kang nagbago? Bakit nga ba bigla kang nagbago? Yan yung paulit-ulit na tinatanong ng mga babae normally. Minsan mga lalaki din sa isang relationship, di ba? Ano nangyari? Ba't ka nagbago? Why did you change? Anong meron? Pero titingnan natin, talaga bang pagbabago ang meron? Talaga bang nagbago? Yun yung isang bagay na gusto nating linawin eh. Kasi laging ganyan yung tinatanong, laging ganyan yung inaalam natin. Talaga bang nagbago yung karelasyon natin? Totoo bang nagbago? O baka naman kasi akala lang natin to, no? So kanina nagtanong ako ng mga ganyan doon sa office and they have their different opinions, okay? They have different opinions about it. And it was a very, very fruitful conversation that I was actually having with them. So, maraming naitulong din sa akin yung may pagkwentuhan sa kanila about this. And those are the things that I would start sharing with you because I came up with new ideas and new things that could help one couple, a boy or girl in the relationship, to really explore things that they can do para mas maging fruitful yung relationship at hindi na mapansin yung sinasabi nating parang nagbago. Okay? So, but before that, guys, bati lang natin syempre yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayon. We have here, Miss Cristina Tulio is watching with us tonight. Good evening, team. Thank you so much. And syempre, may nag-message sa atin, may nag-comment. Papi Rich, sabi niya, welcome back, Kuya RV. Thank you so much, Papi, for your assistance for this. Maraming salamat. And of course, I want to thank Sir Choi, Pacholo de Leon Gonzalez, And of course, we're happy rich for this StreamYard that we have right now. Continue. Kita ko, napaka-healthy, health buff nitong taong to. No? I really envy this guy. Sana I could also do the same things that he's been doing just to take care of his health. Sometimes kasi nakakatamad talaga eh. Yun. And of course, I want to thank Tony M. Also, we have Cheska C. And also, we have Jefford, Carl, of course, Miss Kat Posada, who's helped us for so many months. And guys, speaking of so many months, okay, next month on July 23rd, we are already celebrating our first year anniversary. Yeah, we'll go 1 year now on Voice from the Heart. So I'm really, really looking forward for that. So sana kasama ko pa rin kayo in a few weeks' time. No, we're just talking about the 23rd. So since Tuesday falls on the 22nd, we're gonna do it on the 22nd. And wait, because we have special guests available on that day. So it's gonna be on June 22nd, Tuesday, same time, 8 p.m. We're gonna be celebrating our first year anniversary, and I want to celebrate it with you guys, of course. Wala nang iba. Okay? Yeah, so tingnan natin dito while we're making things or working things out here, guys. Pasalamatan din natin, of course, is watching right now, Miss Kimberly Potenciano. Kim's watching right now. We can't wait to see you back in the office. Everything has changed. So many things have changed. So hope everything's going well with you, and I hope you're ready for June because, if I'm not mistaken, papasok ka na ulit. Yan. So coming from your maternity leave, so hope things are going well. And of course, guys, para medyo pampagana lang and para alam mo yan, meron kayong something na mapakinggan before we go through different stories for the night, okay? Pag-usapan lang natin yung mga yon. Before that, meron tayong prepare na sounds or music para sa inyo, and I hope and I do know na talaga makaka-relate kayo dito kasi this is a very 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 good song, and this one was popularized by Sarah Geronimo and Piolo Pascual in one of their movies. So I'm just gonna be playing it in the background while we do some stuff here, while we share the video as well. And you guys can stare at me for quite some time. Okay? So, tingnan lang natin. We're gonna play this music. This song is entitled Paano Ba Magmahal? Yun, so apparently, guys, which is so amazing, hindi pala nagpe-play yung music natin on the background. I was advised, no? So, however, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Naririnig tayo, pero the music is not playing on the background. So let me just try to work things out really quick here. So I do hope everything is well. Just 1 minute. Natin. Sayang naman. But guys, while you are also waiting, I just want to make sure that you make sure that you visit our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Voice from the Heart official. Make sure that you follow, like, and share. Of course, lagi kong sinasabi, as I always say, sharing is caring. Lagi naman sobrang importante yan. And now I know why hindi pala nagpe-play yung background music natin kanina. Oh my. Diba? So, okay, so anyway, so hope everything goes well later on. Later on, we're gonna play that music again para naman sa inyo na marinig nyo. And, guys, shout out lang tayo dito sa mga kaibig natin, no, na bagong pasok at sumasali. Let's start off with Mr. Marvin Miller. Sabi niya shout out kanina. So, oo nga, happy to hear your voice. And I really am happy to, see people sending messages or comments on Voice from the Heart, lalo na yung mga taong noon nakasama natin sa trabaho. Ito, nakasama ko to sa BPO before. Marvin Miller, he's a very, very good guy. Shout out sa iyo and to your family. Hope things are going well with you, man. And ito, may nang bola sa atin, si Miss Leia Sibog. Sabi niya, hello Kuya RV, gwapo naman ang kaibigan ko, di ba, Gracie? And sa Flores, and Johan Go. So thank you so much. Yan, si Miss Fandy Sal in the morning. Yon, si Renz Basa. Oh, guy, dude, you here? Nandito ka ba? Are you in the Philippines? If you're watching, man, please let me know if you're here in the Philippines. Itong kasama ko to tagal ko nang di nakita to. Shout out, I think, okay. I thought he was calling me for shots. So, shout out pala, magkadugtong. Ayun, shout out, of course, Renz. Si Lawrence Basa, all the way from Middle East. Dude, everything's well for you there. Nakita ko yung mga video ng kapatid mo. Napaka okay naman sila. So, hope you guys are doing good as well. Thank you. Kasama ko yan ng college pa. Tropa ko yan. Best friend yan. So, we also have here Miss Kat Gaynilo. So, good evening, Kuya RV. Kumusta ka na? Kanta ka muna habang wala pa yung song. God. Yeah. God damn it. I'm sorry. Hindi pala siya nagpe-play kanina, but hopefully everything will be playing later on. And don't worry, I'll be playing that later on after our first story. And we also have here, sabi niya, Renz ulit, wala, di makawi. Oh yeah, of course. I know. Pandemic, pandemic had hit me the most, and that was also the reason kung bakit tayo nawala for a month, during April and May. Sobrang hirap because I myself was also diagnosed with this condition, COVID positive, and it was really, really hard for me and the family. But of course, with everyone's prayer and support and guidance and assistance, naging okay naman lahat. So that's why I'm really, really thankful. Doon mo makita when you're at your lowest point, doon mo makita sino yung mga tao na would be there for you. Yung mga ganong bagay. So, maraming salamat. Okay? So, now guys, we head on to our first story. But before that, iwan muna ako sa inyo ng tanong. This is my question. Normal ba ang magbago sa isang relationship? Sobrang common ba yan? Okay ba yan? Tama lang ba yan na magbago ang isang tao sa isang relationship? Diyan. That's my question for you. You could just send on your answers, or if you have any questions or whatever, you could have those sent here. This ating message box or our comment box, guys. Anything that you want to say, okay? Yun naman natin sabi ni Johan, pa-shoutout po Kuya Arv. Of course, Johan, shoutout sa'yo. And of course, to your dog. Lagi ko nakikita ang cute-cute ng aso niya, yung pug niya. Sabi niya dito, parang ang payat mo. Of course! Di ka pa ba naman pumayat, di ba? And shout out as well kay Mr. John Talompas and of course his wife. Hello man, and classmate ko yan ng high school. Very good friend. Just a quick story about this. This is really, really funny, and I always share this story to everyone that I meet. That was this time, no? Well, shoutout din pala, sorry, singit ko lang. Shoutout din kay Nika Autahay who's watching right now. Thank you, Nix. Thank you for watching. Hello kay Tita and kay Tito Jan. So, before when we were in high school, meron kasi kami, ako, si Marco, yan, si Kenneth, si John, si Don, yan, magkakasama, si Arvin, magkakasama kami niyan in high school. And there was this time, nagtalo kami ni Marco about sa isang ulam lang. No? We were arguing about it. And nagkaasaran, yun normal na asaran ng mga bata. So yan na, nagkamurahan na sila, nagkaaway-away na kami. Pinagtalo na namin dahil lang sa ulam. And that was second year high school. And since then, second year high school, hindi na kami nag-usap until graduate kami. Hindi kami nag-usap. So, every time na binabalikan namin, I think it was only last year or 2 years ago when we had that closure, me and Mark, and we did apologize about those stupid things. And he was saying that he can't remember kung ano yung naging reason ng pagtatalo namin. But I said, dude, I clearly remember what that was, and that was yung ulam ko. Pinagtalo na namin yung ulam ko na yon. And syempre, John at some point doesn't know kung kanino siya sasama. So medyo nagkahiyaan din. Hindi na rin kami nagpansin na, honestly, even hanggang graduate kami, nagkakasalubong kami, naging classmates kami. Very casual, pero parang it's very, very, very funny kung ano yung pinagtalunan namin. Just because of dun sa ulam, 3 taon kami din nag-usap. Pero, more that. Kasi 2 years ago lang kami ulit nag-usap nito eh. So yan. Yan kami. Ako, si Arvin, si John, si Marco, si Don, si Kenneth, yan, kami yan. So, nakakatawa lang yung experience na yun. More than 3 years just because sa isang ulam. Yeah? And, of course, shout out din tayo kay Miss Angela Lacambra who's watching right now. Angela, thank you so much for watching. And napakasarap ng lumpia nito. Nag-order ako lagi dito eh. Nagbayad ba ako kanina? Hindi ako nagbayad. No? Anyway, so I'll be paying you tomorrow. And John Arca is also watching right now. John Arca is also watching right now. Yan, mga kalaro natin sa MLM, mga butihing kaibigan natin from Nueva Ecija. Yan. And yun, sinagot na nga niya. Sabi niya, wala pang bayad. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be paying you tomorrow. Magkano ba yun? Nakalimutan ko magbayad. Sorry. Sabi din dito niyon, if you mean by magbago is change for the better, then yes, of course. Yan, napakaganda naman ang sagot ni Johan. If change is for the better, then yes, of course, ang sagot niya. Yan, so in general, yung tanong ko, okay ba ang pagbabago? Now, Johan's answer is, if it's for the better, yes, maganda yun. Sabi din dito ni Gracie, magandang gabi, Kuya RV, Hampayat, pa-shout out sa Friday group, we miss you guys. Yes, sana bumalik ka na work from home kasi. So, hello, shoutout din yan kay Gracie, kay Aisa, kay Johan, kay Leia. You know, it's Friday Groovy because supposedly we'll be going out every Friday. But after the pandemic, you know, parang medyo nag-laylo tayo dyan. Mahirap na yung mga lunch out na yan eh. So, dito ni John Arca, hey, thank you for shout out today, buddy. Yes, of course, man. And ang laki ng pinayat nito, promise. Sobrang napapansin namin. So, laki ng pinayat niya. Inggit ako. Kuya RV, sabi ng anak ko, look, alike mo daw si Jed Madela. No, actually, yes. People do say that. Jed Madela, Papa Jack, Glock 9, sino pa ba? Andrew E. Yung mga look-alike ko eh. Nandun yung mga level ko eh. No? Naghihintay pa ako na magsasabi ng ka-look-alike ko si John Lloyd. Ewan ko. Baka meron isa mag-shoutout dyan na ka-look-alike ko si John Lloyd. Grabe yung mga nag-react ng tawa. Grabe naman yun. Anyways, thank you. So now guys, we head on to the first story of this evening. Yan. Unang story natin ngayong gabing to. And our first story for this evening is all about uncertainties. Okay, uncertainties sa isang relationship. Yeah, that's the sad thing. Uncertainties about the relationship and something that's they would love to fix. Yun yung worry natin kasi yung mga bagay na inaalala natin. Yung mga uncertainties sa isang relationship na una, akala natin, okay, mga feeling din natin nagbabago ang isang tao sa isang relationship. So, babasahin natin yung story ngayong gabing to and we'll see on how we can help yung letter sender natin dito sa pinagdadaanan niya. Okay? So I'm gonna read it to you guys. Hope everything's well for you. Okay, sabi niya dito, Hi Kuya RV. Matagal na akong nanonood at nagugustuhan ko talaga mga kwento at payo mo. With this, naisip ko mag-share ng sarili kong story sa'yo. Kasi sa ilang beses kong panonood, to be honest, marami din talaga akong nakukuha at napupulot na aral at mga bagay na pwede kong may apply sa sarili ko. So, here it is. There's this guy na boyfriend ko na ngayon, pero to be honest, I really didn't like him at first. Nainis nga ako sa kanya kasi sa tuwing lumalapit siya kasi pakiramdam ko ang kulit-kulit niya. Kasama ko siya sa work and hindi ko talaga siya trip. Well, sabi nga nila, wag ka daw magsalita ng tapos kasi hindi mo alam baka mamaya kainin mo lahat ng sinasabi mo. Which, ayun na nga, nangyari sa akin. Hindi ko naman pinagsisihan ng mga oras na yun. Naaminin ko, for some reason, nakakakilig naman din ang mga ginagawa niyang pagporma sa akin. Pagporma sa akin. Para sa iba, ang corny lang na laging nagbibigay ng food. Inaasar ako, kumikindat, pero for some reason, sa katagalan, hinahanap-hanap ko na. Sinagot ko siya after a few months na ganon-ganon ang ginagawa namin dalawa and pinakilala ko siya sa parents ko. Everything was working well with our relationship pero hindi ko alam bakit parang nagbago siya. Parang hindi na niya ginagawa yung mga dati. Hindi naman siya big deal actually pero for some reason nagiging reason din ang pagtatalo namin sa tuwing minsan nag-o-open up ako sa kanya na bakit hindi niya ako liniligawan ng ganun na. Sabi niya hindi naman daw siya nagbago at walang nagbago sa nararamdaman niya. Pero sa akin, hindi ko maiwasan na mapansin yung mga pagbabago din talaga sa aming dalawa. Lumalapit ako sa mga friends ko sa office pero magulo din ang payo nila sa kasi yung iba sasabihin layuan ko para mamiss ako. Sabi naman ng iba, wag, dapat daw mas lalo ko pang iparamdam na mahal ko siya. Hindi ko na din alam sino ang pagkikinggan ko sa kanila. Pero hindi ko talaga maiwasang malungkot sa tuwing hinahanap-hanap ko yung mga ginagawa niya. In fairness naman, lumalabas naman din talaga kami at nag-i-enjoy naman kami ang lahat. Lagi namin na-enjoy yung mga moments na magkasama kami. Lagi namin na-enjoy yung mga pagkakataon na meron kami sa isa't isa. Hindi namin pinapabayaan na may mga araw na lumipas na hindi kami nagsasama. Pero minsan naiisip ko lang din talaga na bakit parang less na yung effort niya. Minsan naiisip ko na baka may iba na siya. Baka may iba na siyang nagugustuhan o may iba na siyang kinikitang tao. Pero nire-remind ko na lang sa sarili ko na kung lulukohin niya ako, edi lulukohin niya ako. Madami namang iba dyan eh. Yan din naman ang sinasabi sa akin ng mga kaibigan ko, which I think is tama lang din. Kasi self-love, diba? Diba? Know your worth. I should know my worth. Hindi ko alam ngayon if kailangan ko na ba siyang bitawan o ilalaban ko pa kasi parang kahit ilang beses naman namin pag-usapan nagtatalo lang kami. Basta ramdam ko lang talaga na may nag-iba sa kanya at hindi na siya katulad ng dati. Okay. So regarding dito sa story ng ating sender, no, it's really hard and it's very, very, very common. But before that, guys, gusto lang muna din batiin. Shoutout lang din tayo dito kay Miss Isa Flores Ortega. Hi, girl. How are you? We also have Miss Jean Mantes who's watching right now. Thank you. And we also have Miss Elaine watching right now. Elaine Lakalila is also watching right now. Thank you. Hi, shoutout sa iyo dyan. Yeah, so, nandito tayo, Jed Madela, live po. Later kakanta po ako. No, just kidding. So yun, serious topic. Pagdating sa part na yun, yung sinasabi niya, mukhang feeling niya may nagbago. You know, guys, this is the problem with relationships. Okay. The thing about relationship is, we always expect that whatever we saw at first dun sa isang tao would be the same thing na makikita natin all throughout the relationship. And then later on, magugulat ka when the person who you thought you fell in love with is no longer the same person you're with at the moment. But in reality, hindi. He or she is still the same person that you fell in love with at first. It's just that during the time that you guys were in your courting stage, when you guys were starting in your relationship, lahat ng pinapakita nyo sa isa't isa are the things na gusto nyong makita ng isa't isa. Let's not be hypocrite about this. Okay, let's not be so hypocrite about this. Wag nating isipin, wag tayong maging madaya sa part na yan. Because in reality, alam nyo sa sarili nyo na nung nililigawan kayo at nanliligaw kayo, you always want to you bring your best foot forward. Laging ganyan. Laging ganon yung ginagawa ng mga tao. Laging ganyan yung mga nangyayari. Laging ganyan yung ginagawa natin. Always put our best foot forward. When in fact, in reality, what should be happening is we should show them and tell them who we really are. Pero syempre, takot tayo eh. We have that fear na baka mamaya, if we show them who we really are, kung ano tayo, like for example, hindi ko hilig tong ganito, pero ginagawa ko para ma-enjoy niya yung company ko. Pag pinakita ko sa kanya, baka hindi na siya mag-enjoy. There's this fear. Of course, if you want something, you have to earn it. If you want to gain something, you have to earn it. And for you to earn it is making sure that the things that you do are good things. Magagandang bagay that would lead you directly dun papunta sa kung saan mo gusto for your goal. Now, if you be doing things negatively, not all the time papasok siya. Not all the time pupunta siya. It would be off your favor. Hindi ganoon lagi. Yun yung nagiging problem natin. So the best way for this is to accept na nothing has changed unless talagang kitang-kita naman na before nag-I love you siya biglang hindi na, or before lagi siyang dumadalaw, sinusundo ka, tas totally biglang wala na. But for those things, wag niyong hanapin, wag niyong isipin, do not assume or do not think, even for a second, na yung dating ginagawa niyang panliligaw sa'yo, porke hindi na niya ginagawa ngayon, nagbago na siya o hindi ka na niya mahal. That is not true. I'm telling you right now, that is not true. It just so happens that in a certain part of your relationship, medyo naging kampante kayo, you guys became complacent with each other. Or, let me use the word, you have trusted each other that enough. Trusted each other that enough. Na dumating kayo dun sa point na whatever you do, you know that the other person will accept you. The other person would understand. I know hindi tayo dapat maging kampante sa isang relationship. We have to make sure that we always rekindle that light. We always have to remind our partners and we have to remind ourselves as to why did we fall in love in the first place. Or did we fall in love? Did we fall in love in the first place? That's the thing that we always have to remind ourselves. Okay? Pero, you as being the receiver of this emotion, ikaw ate, yan. For those who are a receiver, wag natin laging isipin na nagbago. Wag natin laging isipin na ganun. Sometimes we just have to accept na may mga bagay siyang ginagawa noon o ginagawa nyo noon na hindi naman pwedeng lagi nangyayari. Okay? Kung before nililigawan ka niya, every now and then may chocolates, may flowers ka, come on, ate, mahirap ang buhay. Hindi mo kakayanin gumastos na laging ganun. Of course, kailangan pag-ipunan yan sometime. Maybe on special occasions on your birthday. Or maybe sometimes there are surprises. Minsan mangyayari yun na hindi mo inaasahan. Those things. But you do not expect that almost every day kung dati niya ginagawa yun, every day ka rin niyang bibigyan nun. And another thing, let's not always run to our friends. Wag laging gano'n. Wag lagi tayong tatakbo sa kaibigan natin. If you guys have problem or issues with your relationship, wag kang laging tatakbo sa kaibigan mo because not every friend, yes, even though they are your best friend, lagi magiging biased all the time. Lagi magiging biased yung mga payo na ibibigay nila sa iyo. Unless this person or this group of people you may consider as those who are grounded. Sobrang grounded yung foot nila na hindi sila matitinag. Talagang in between or they're very neutral. They can see, both sides of the coin. That is the only time that you approach these people. Pero pag nakikita mo, gaya ng sinabi mo, merong ibang nagpapayo sa'yo, hiwalayan mo na yan, meron na ibang nagpapayo sa'yo, hindi, mas lalo mo iparamdam sa kanya na mahal mo siya. If you are being torn about with those two things, then there's a problem. Because they would normally give advice coming from their personal experience, or sometimes with what they watch in the TV or Korean novelas, mga ganon. Those are the things that they would give as an advice. And not all the time, this kind of advice would be beneficial, would be helpful. You may listen, okay? If you just want to vent, that's fine. If you just want to share and have someone to listen to you, because of course, nakaka-stress naman talaga if you feel sad in a relationship, that's fine. Walang problema doon. There's nothing wrong about that. Just vent, share it to them, that's it. Okay, wag mo na masyadong pakinggan yung mga ipapayo nila, because at the end of each day, ang tao lang na makakapag-ayos ng relationship nyo is you and your partner, boyfriend or girlfriend. That's it. No more. Not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, not your siblings, not your friends. It's always you. I can give you advice, but primarily kung ano yung magiging decision mo, it's up to you. Okay? People like us, people like me, can only give certain pieces of advice that could help you, identify where you at that point. Where are you at that point of your relationship? Kung ano ba yung mga dapat gawin, what are the things you can consider. That's just being plain safe. Pero yung i-advise ka na, ito yung gawin mo, yan yung gawin mo, that's something different. Okay? That's something critical for a relationship. And you do not just want to jump into it and just say na parang sinabi niya, sige gawin ko, it did work for them, baka gumana din sa akin to. No, not all the time. Not all the time. Okay? So, I know, sinasabi mo dito na parang nagbabago yung boyfriend mo and you feel like there's, mga bagay na nagbago and you feel like baka mamaya may iba na siya. But one thing I really didn't like about what you said earlier is yung kung lulukohin niya ako, I need to know my worth. What if he throws that same phrase to you? I have to know and I know my worth. Okay? Ayaw mo naman siguro na sabihan ka ng gano'n ng tao ang mahal mo. Na parang alam kong halaga ko. Parang ibig mo sabihin kasi doon is wala siya sa'yo. He's not that important. I know my worth. Basically, you're not worth it. Yun yung gusto mong sabihin. That's how it shows. Or ganun siya may interpret. So rather than saying those things, mga bagay na pwede mong pagsisihan, kinabukasan, avoid saying those things. Wag. And even stop entertaining those kind of ideas. Do not never entertain those ideas sa utak mo, because it would only break you. It wouldn't help you. Your relationship wouldn't grow with those kind of ideas. Okay? Stop thinking about those. What's best is for you to make sure na yung relationship nyo, work out nyo. Try to talk to each other and figure out what are the things that you guys can discuss about how we can work this one out. Things that you don't like with each other, things that you hate, things that you didn't like, and see what you guys can do about it. Figure it out as a team, as a couple. Because if you guys don't do that, then the problem is you'll be taking advice from different people, and you'll be thinking about so many things that would, try to take you away from that relationship, try to pull you away from your boyfriend. Later on, you'd see yourself drifting away, feeling lost, and lagi mo sasabihin, and you only just be saying that he changed, nagbago kasi siya. When in fact, nothing has changed. People do not change. People evolve. Okay? Whatever you see right now is part of who they were in the past. Sila din yan. Hindi mo lang kasi nakita 100% yung pagkatao niya. You were not a witness of who he was, really, fully. And it takes years and it takes time for someone to get to know, get to understand someone 100%. During the time that you were courting each other and, you guys were going out and hanging out and, being with friends and on your first year anniversary, whatever, baka nga hindi mo pa nakikita yung fully kung sino siya. It It takes time. It takes years for you to know. So kung ano siya ngayon, siya din yan. Siya din yun. Siya pa rin yung taong yun. You're just getting to know more about him. Mas nakikita mo lang yung sarili niya, yung mga bagay, yung mga kino-conserve niya na pagkatao niya. He's being more comfortable right now showing you all these things because he trusts that he would understand you, or you would understand him despite those things that he's showing you. Okay? So that's why you feel like he's changing, but in reality, he's just being more comfortable showing those things. Before, for example, the guy doesn't fart. Normally, yung mga pag-utot-utot na yan, di ba? Yung mga ganyang bagay, di ba? Normally, you don't do that on your first date, second date, third date, fifth date, even on your first year anniversary. You don't do that. But then later on, you get comfortable and you don't started doing it. What? Nagbago ba siya? Naging kadiri ba siya? No. It's his personality even in the past. It's just that he wasn't comfortable enough during the time. Now that he's more comfortable, may pakita sa iyo yung totoong siya, then he's starting to show all those colors. Ganun lang yun. So what you have to do, and what you can do, what you can consider, is really checking, kaya mo ba yung relationship na ganun? Start changing your mindset about that. Baguhin mo lang kung ano yung mga bagay na tingin mong iniisip mo na negative. Always stick with the positive things. Now, if you're starting to think about those things and nagiging positive yung mga yan, diba? Hope things are well. Hope maging maayos yung relationship niya. Tingnan mo lang yung mga positive na bagay. Again, talk to your boyfriend about this. But again, I'm telling you, he did not change. He's just being comfortable right now in your relationship. That's why you are getting to see this other side of him. Ganun lang yon. You're getting to see this other side of him because he is now comfortable. And isn't that a good thing? Hindi ba magandang bagay yun? That someone's being comfortable with you, that he's starting to open up little by little. Pero he's still the same person. It's just that you just saw 5-10% of who he was or who he is. Now that he's sharing another 5-10% of him, aatras ka ba? Diba? So that's something that you have to think about. Really have to think about. Okay? So, with that said, basahin lang natin dito yung mga comment na meron tayo. By the way, sabi dito, naka-mandatory leave pala daw si Elgene. And nakita ko nga yung mga pictures niya, di ba? Kumakain sila ng kanyang love loves, baby loves, mga ganyan. So, I hope you're enjoying your mandatory leave because when you go back, June na. Yan. It's June lang naman. June lang. Okay. So, tingnan natin yung mga nag-comment sa atin dito. Basahin lang natin. Sabi niya, for me, walang masama sa pagbabago. Huwag ka lang magbabago sa gusto ng iba. Sa ibang tao, dapat magbago ka dahil gusto mo at para sa ikabubuti mo. See, tama. Maganda. Walang masamang magbago. There's no problem in changing. Sabi nga ni Johan, if it's for the better, that's fine. But just do not change because of someone else. In a good way, that's fine. For example, diba, naging pariwara yung buhay mo and then because of one person, she changed you and you started going back into the light and that's fine. But if you're changing just to please someone else, trying to please someone else to a point that, you're losing yourself into the process, nawawala ka na sa totoong kung sino ka, then that's wrong. Wag. Okay? Sabi naman dito ni Leia, sometimes changing yourself is good. May sometimes siya, no? In fact, it is absolutely necessary. Many of these changes will happen naturally in relationship. Harder adjustments and transition that requires a lot of work from both of you. Change for the better. See? Tama yung sinabi niya dito. Again, pinipiggyback nito yung sinabi ni Johan kanina, change for the better. And yun lang, it needs a lot of work. Requires a lot of work mula dun sa dalawang tao at sa relationship na yun. So, kailangan talaga hand in hand kayo dyan. Partners. Sabi naman dito ni Jean, babaeng naka-mandatory leave. May isang vlogger, sabi, love itself is life. Not all the time you were in for all its happiness. Sometimes it will turn numb or even boring. But as long as you choose and decide to continue, it will be more beautiful. eme. So tama. Because love is a decision that you make. It's not just an emotion, but it is an action. Love is not just, again, let me repeat that love is not just an emotion or a feeling. Love is an action. Love is something you do. If you want to love someone, you do it. Love someone. Mahalin mo yung tao. Decide that you want to love that person. Sabi dito din, sometimes it will turn numb or even boring. Numb or boring. As in, wala ka nang nararamdaman. Parang sobrang, wala na. Wala yung spark. Parang ganon. But you just have to decide to continue with that relationship. Not because nandun ka na, walang balikan. But it's more of, it's a phase eh. It's a phase that people go through. Yung mga panahon na parang nawawala yan and later on babalik. Because, just start asking yourself, if I let go of this person, would I be happy to see this person with someone else? If your answer is no, then the love is there. Hindi lang yan basta selos, hindi lang yan basta inaangkin mo lang siya. But there's an emotional attachment. It's just that during the time, namamanhid ka lang. Kahit anong sarap, kahit anong sakit niyan, eventually mamamanhid ka, then later on mararamdaman mo ulit yan. Okay? Ito, sabi naman ni Jerry, hello Kuya RV and VFTH team. Yes, of course, Jerry, hello. And happy birthday kay dad mo. I saw your my day earlier. Happy birthday kay Tito. Pakibati na lang ako. And of course, kay Tita Jocelyn. Sabi naman dito ni Miss Miles, Kadang, tingnan natin. Siyempre gusto ko buo yung mababasa ko. Sabi niya dito, hi RV, I missed your show, haha. Napaka-lawig ng topic about changing. Take time to reflect na lang within yourself. Sa totoo lang, sarili mo lang naman ang kaya mong i-control at baguhin. Pero if the change in your relationship is impacting you negatively na, basahin lang natin dito para kumpleto, talk it out with your partner. Ikaw lang ang makaka-assess what you are willing to allow. When it comes to change in personality and behavior kasi, looking into oneself ang kailangan eh. You can't change another person. All you can do is support them. Hindi natin alam what they are going through. Make sure na kung sino lang yung involved, kayo lang ang makakaalam at kayo ang talagang dapat mag-usap. What you allow is what will continue. If it's no longer working for both of you, alam na this. Madami siyang points doon, mga gusto kong i-point out. May mga points na gusto kong i-point out. There are certain things na gusto kong i-bring up doon. Sabi niya dito is, what you allow is what will continue. Kung ano yung hayaan mo, if you allowed another person to get into your relationship, then yun yung katuloy na mangyayari. If you allow love to prosper in that relationship, then that's what's gonna happen. Tama yun. If understanding within that relationship will continue, then understanding will prevail. So, kung ano yung hayaan mong pumasok dyan sa relasyon na yan, those are the things na magko-continue dyan sa relationship na yan. So, it's very important. Ang sabi niya, let's not involve others. Kung sino lang ang involved dun sa relationship, sila lang. Sino lang ba ang involved sa relationship na yan? Di ba ikaw at yung partner mo? And that's it. Let it be. Let it continue that way. Hayaan lang natin na kayong dalawa lang nakakaalam niya, wala nang iba. Problems within your relationships. Of course, sometimes you seek advice, you seek assistance or guidance from someone else, but you do not spill the beans and just, keep ranting to every other people that you see, yung mga kaibigan mo. No. Kayong dalawa pa rin dyan. Okay? So, napakaganda naman ang sinabi ni Miss Miles. Napakahaba din. So, thank you so much, guys. Napakadami kayong medyo gusto nyo tong part na to. Normal ba ang magbago sa isang relationship? So, yan yung gusto kong iwan ulit sa mga pumapasok sa atin ngayon. Normal ba talaga na magbago sa isang relationship? Diba? So, napakalawig nga, napakalawak ng topic na yan, sabi ni Miss Miles. But it's true because normally, this is the thing na laging binabanggit ng mga tao eh. Laging nagbago, change, we need to change for the better, or he has changed now, or he's not the same, or basta may nagbago na sa nararamdaman ko, or nawala na. Those things. Laging ganon. Laging may pagbabago. So, yun yung isang bagay na gustong-gusto ko rin pag-usapan natin because gusto ko rin masolusyonan ng ibang tao yung ganyang klaseng problema sa sarili nila. one thing's for sure, nothing's changed. It's just that the person that you are with right now, ulitin ko lang yung sinabi ko kanina, the person you are with right now is the same person. It's just that kung ano man yung nakita mo noon is only a fraction of who he was or who he is. Now that he's showing more about you, um, now that it's you guys are showing more, or your boyfriend is showing more, you need to learn to accept. Okay. And may nagpapabati pala. Grabe naman. Speaking of, tamang-tama naman, ganda-ganda din talaga ng comment niya dito. Parang saktong-sakto, no? Sabi niya dito, happiness, sometimes it will turn numb or even boring, but as long as you choose and decide to continue, it will be more beautiful. So, gusto ko lang batiin din, happy 7th year anniversary. 7 years na naman pala. Kaya naman pala nakamanda si girl. Yan, so 7 years. Happy 7 years anniversary. 7th year anniversary sa inyo, Jean. More anniversaries to come, and we look forward, for you guys being together and, living prosperous life. So, kailan ba ang kasal dyan? Lalapit na, no? 7 years na. Sabi nga nila, you don't get married in 7 weeks. But if it's 7 years, and we need to start talking about it, right? Diba? So, yun. Pag-usapan na natin yan. Bakit hindi, di ba? So, happy 7 years, 7th year anniversary din daw sabi ng mga friends mo yan. Sila Kat, sila Kim, sila Angela. So, happy 7 years. Congratulations. That's a long journey that you've been with him. And hopefully everything goes well with you and Dom. So, congratulations. Yan, si Tita Jocelyn. Hello, RVS. Hello po, Tita. ID pa niya ba to ng Intel dati? Taray naman. Sa Intel pala nagtrabaho si Tita. Hello po, kamusta po kayo dyan? Hope things are going well for you guys. So guys, yung topic natin, that was a short discussion about change, okay? Now, we get to read some of mga questions na meron tayo dito, and let's see how we can help them. But before that, guys, gaya nga ng sinabi ko, I'm gonna be playing that music again, yung hindi nag-play kanina, which is really, really upsetting. Pero now, guys, I'm gonna be playing this music, and it's sakto lang kasi din doon sa story na binasa natin. Because the problem is, hindi kasi natin alam kung paano ba talaga magmahal ng tama? Ano bang problema? Lagi na lang bang ganun yung nangyayari? Lagi na lang ba namin nagbabago or what? So, this song, guys, again, is Paano Ba Magmahal by Sarah Geronimo and Piolo Pascual. But this is a cover song played by one of a good artist. So, hope you guys like it. So, while you're doing that, guys, dito lang ako. Antabayanan ko lang kayo. Nako. Mukha talagang hindi nagpe-play. Bad trip. Ayaw talaga niyang mag-play. ayaw talaga niya mag-play. Ayaw talaga niya mag-play, no? So, anyways, we'll figure that one out. Let's see this one, if this one goes. Ayaw talaga niya. Anyway, so we'll work that one out next time. So, but then again, guys, we'll head on to yung mga questions na ibinabato sa atin dito. No? Let's see how we can help them out. So, let's start off with the first question that we have here. Tingnan natin. tingnan natin. Ang sabi niya dito ay, I don't feel any excitement when I'm with my girl anymore, pero I don't want to let her go. So, ano ba ginagawa natin dyan? At times wherein yung mga ganyang panahon ay dumadating na sa inyo, yung parang hindi ka na na-excite. Parang every time you see your girlfriend, parang okay lang, kasama ko siya. To a point that sometimes you feel like you're just spending money and parang hindi na ganun nga ka-fruitful yung moments. What you have to do is just remind yourself about it. You just have to remind yourself about it para makita niya or makita mo so that you could see in yourself na things are actually working well for you. Okay, that's something that you guys have to work on really. Yung mga ganyang bagay. So kailangan importante talaga. Very important talaga yung bagay na yan, no? So, tingnan natin. Sabi naman dito ay, nagsisimula na akong maramdaman na hindi ko mahal ang boyfriend ko. Sa una, mahal ko talaga siya, sobra-sobra. Puro future na nga ang iniisip namin eh. Pero ngayon, hindi ko na alam kung ano, okay pa ba talaga. Again, it's very similar. It's very similar. Yan ang problem. Ang nangyari dito is parang nagbago yung nararamdaman niya. There was a change in feelings, you know. Before things were okay, tapos bilang mamaya ayaw na, nawawala na. So ano bang kailangan gawin dito? Pag-usapan, again, talk about it. Pag-usapan yung sa loob ng relationship para maging okay, para maging maayos. So kailangan yung pag-usapan, you guys have to deal with it. If you want to, you have to go out. Go on a date, you know, just spend time together 2-3 days para lang ma-experience yung mga sarili nyo ulit. Because the problem with this is normally if we're too hooked up with everything that we do on a daily basis, like work, and then friends and different things that we do. Sometimes we put too much time and effort in a certain interest that we forget the first interest that we had, which is basically a relationship. Nakakalimutan na natin, nawawala. Yan yung problem. So, that's something that we guys have to discuss and talk about. You know, yung mga ganyan. Lumabas kayo. Ibalik yung interest. Remind yourself about those interests. Next is, paano ko sasabihin sa boyfriend ko na hindi ko na talaga siya mahal? Wala siya nagawang masama pero bigla na lang talagang nawala. Ayaw ko siyang masaktan. Well, for this, there's no other way. Okay? Hindi mo pwedeng hindi masaktan yung boyfriend mo by telling him or by figuring out the ways and how you can tell him. There's no other way. Sabihin mo na lang sa kanya diretso mo na lang siya na hindi mo na lang siya mahal. Things have changed and hope things go well. The earlier, the better. The sooner you tell him this, the better it is for you, the both of you. Mas magandang ganon. Mas mainam. Mas mainam na maging ganon na lang. Kasi kaysa naman sa sabihin, the more na mo pinatatagal, the more kayo makakagawa ng mga bagay-bagay na hindi nyo magugustuhan to a point na minsan, baka mamaya may mga bagay na kayong sadyain, may mga bagay ka na sadyain just so that maramdaman niya na ayaw mo na at siya na lang yung bumitaw. Huwag naman nating ibigay yung guilt pa na yun dun sa taong yun. Tama na. What's best is just let him, break it to him gently. Tell him na hindi mo na talaga siya mahal. May mga nagbago na talaga sa nararamdaman mo. It's just that probably it's best that you explore yourself and he explores his options, apart. Separate from each other. Ganun lang. Number 2, lastly, ayoko na mawala sa akin yung girlfriend ko pero natatakot ako na iparamdam sa kanya kasi baka masakal tapos lalo pa siya mawala. Paano ba gagawin ko para ma-secure ang relationship namin? Wala. There's no such thing. There's no way that you can secure your relationship. There's no assurance in everything. But that's the beauty about it. That's the beauty about it. No assurance in the relationship is what makes it exciting. Diba? If you're really assured at alam mo hindi siya mawawala, what's so exciting about that? Ano pa magugustuhan mo with that kind of relationship? That's the reason in the first place why you started courting this person, because you don't know if she or he would like you. Diba? So don't look for any don't look for any assurance in your relationship. No, don't do that. So it's fine that you make her feel like she's a princess, do this and do that. You may tell her sometimes it's fine because even I have that kind of conversation with my girl. I would tell her that I can't lose her and I don't want to lose her and I really love her so much, which is true by the way. Totoo yun. And if you guys are in that kind of relationship, in that kind of mood, and you guys want to talk about that, then that's fine. You just don't throw that out of the window anytime that you feel like saying it. Sometimes it's cute, but sometimes it gets annoying. So rather than saying it to her that way randomly, might as well just check on the mood. Tingnan mo if you guys are having that, sweet, cute conversation. If you guys are in that kind of mood, then those are the right moments for you to show that, and make her feel like you can't lose her. But that's fine. But again, there's no way that you can assure that you guys won't be breaking up. All you have to do is just continuous effort, constant effort. Ganun lang, continuous effort lang dun sa taong mahal mo, and that's it. Okay? Tingnan natin dito. So now guys, we get into the last part here, which basically I'll be talking about a few things about yung mga changes na yan. Yung mga changes na yan na laging sinasabi natin, nagbago siya. Pero ano ba nagiging problem? Bakit ba nagbabago? Why do we feel like people actually change? Okay, those are the things. Why do we feel like people change? When in fact, hindi naman. Okay? So here's the thing. Sometimes kasi, well, first we have to accept that in a relationship, there are 4 phases. 4 phases. May 4 na phases dyan sa isang relationship. Number 1 primarily is the preparation phase or the planning phase. This is where you guys actually plan kung anong gagawin nyo sa relationship nyo. Ano ba yung mga bagay-bagay na gagawin nyo just so that you can work things out. Dyan yung panliligaw. Where you guys would go out, what do I do to impress this person? What do I wear? Yung mga ganun bagay. This is the thing. This is the time where you start planning in your relationship. The second phase would always be the battle phase. I call it the battle phase. This is where you started coming up with arguments or things na you get to know or get to see with the other person na parang hindi nyo nagugustuhan. Diyan nangyayari yun. And these are the things that you have to be careful of, the battle phase, because dito kayo masusubok as a couple. Kung yung battle phase na yan, hindi nyo, and take note, it doesn't happen once. Hindi siya isang beses lang nangyayari. Because in a relationship, it would continuously happen. It's a never-ending battle. You guys would continuously fight with each other. You guys would continuously argue about certain things. Sometimes things that are so obnoxious that you can't imagine, why are we doing this? Okay? But you just have to stand strong and just make sure, again, remind yourself that it is best and you decide to fall in love. You decide to fall in love with this person every single day. The third phase, normally this is the last phase, but normally this is the third phase, retention or releasing phase. You retain the relationship or you release him or her. After the battle phase, nasa sa inyo na yan, kung bibitawan nyo, itutuloy nyo yung relationship nyo. Doon nyo kasi nakikita yung difference nyo sa isa't isa. But that's the beauty about it, difference. Because if it's different, then it's not you. And if it's not you, then you're not used to it. Then if you're not used to it, then it's new. Ulitin ko If it's different, then it's not you. If it's not you, then you're not used to it. And if you're not used to it, then it's new. Bago yun sa'yo. Because different eh. Hindi ka nasanay ng ganun. Bago kasi yun. Okay? So, doon yung nakikita yung pinagkaiba ninyong dalawa. Now it's up to you to decide whether you retain your relationship or you let go of it. Whichever, whatever. You just have to stand strong and make sure you face the consequences of your decisions. But, there's this fourth phase that normally and not most of the time would happen. This is what we call the bonus round. This is the bonus round, guys. Bonus round primarily is this is the time wherein you are given a second opportunity, second chance to prove yourself. After that battle phase, and for example, you guys retain your relationship, or sometimes you let go of your relationship. This is the time wherein, this is the time wherein, um, dito nangyayari yung nabibigyan kayo ng opportunity to rekindle or rejoin or second opportunities, as they say it, second chance in a relationship. Yan yon. Yan yon. So you guys have to work things out again. Sabi nga, love is sweeter the second time around. So this is the bonus round in your relationship. Now, if it all works well, lilipad yan. But if in this bonus stage, hindi mag-work lahat, then there's a problem. Now, given that, sometimes kasi during the battle phase, kung saan kayo nagtatalo, this is the problem eh. Kasi in a relationship, it's very, very common that we feel fear, anger, or sometimes dismay. Nadidismaya tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari sa atin. Those are the things. That's the problem. So, what do we normally do? What are the 6 things that we normally do in an argument that sometimes breaks a relationship? Yung mga bagay na nakakasira sa isang relasyon. Ano ba itong mga 6 na bagay na lagi natin ginagawa? Number 1, when we are in fear or we are in an argument, what we normally do is we go silent. Tahimik lang tayo. Lagi tayo nananahimik. And that is wrong. Okay? Number 2, kung hindi tayo nananahimik, walk out tayo. We go off. Nag-walk out tayo dun sa usapan o sa argument na yan. Wala na pag-uusapan kasi nag-walk out ka eh. That is a problem. Next is after if we don't go silent, we don't go off, normally we label our partners. What we say, we label our partners. Instead of saying na unfair yung ginawa mo, what we say is you are unfair. Instead of sabihin natin hindi ko nagustuhan yung ginawa mo, ang sinasabi natin is ayoko na sa'yo. We label our partners that way. We throw all blame do sa partner natin. Instead of saying na parang pangit yung ginawa mo, ang sinasabi mo, pangit yung ugali mo. Pangit ka. Pangit yung ugali mo. Hindi mo ganda. Next is, you make the argument black and white. Black and white lang. Lagi mo na sinasabi na mali ka, ako hindi. Ganun lang yung black and white. Ikaw yung mali, ako hindi. You're not open to a discussion. Number 5 that we normally do is we vent to our friends. Yan yung problema. We always vent to our friends. Lagi tayong takbuhan, friends. Dude, pwede ba tayong uminom? Or, girl, pwede ba tayong mag-overnight? Yung mga ganyang bagay. We always vent to our friends. And normally, most of the time, it doesn't work. Lastly, you attack. When you are in an argument, what do? You attack the person who's arguing with you. Nakikipagtalastasan ka rin. Nakikipagsumbatan ka rin. Marami ka rin binabanggit. Hindi na kayo natapos. So again, we go silent, we go off, or we walk out. We label our partners. Instead of saying that I hate what you did, we say we hate you. You make the argument black and white. Sinisisi mo lang siya. Ikaw, wala kang maling ginawa. You vent to your friends and you attack. Those are the 6 things that we normally do. So what do we do to correct this? What are the things that we have to do to work things out in terms of arguments and so that we don't feel like everything has changed in our relationship? So rather than going silent, what you have to do is you have to speak. Magsalita ka. Instead of going silent, instead of just listening and just being silent there and not saying anything, you need to start talking. Because sometimes your partner, all your partner wants is someone to talk to. But if it's just, or he or she is just doing a monologue, then basically it's just going to be excruciating. It's going to be frustrating for him or her. Instead of going off, instead of walking out, stay and solve the issue. Stay and solve the problem. Huwag nyo nang pahirapan yung sarili nyo. Talk to each other about it. Ayusin nyo. Huwag ka mag-walk out. Pag-usapan nyo. Instead of labeling your partner, focus on the behavior. Gaya na sinabi ko kanina. Rather than saying na ayoko sa'yo, ayoko lang ng ginawa mo. Hindi ako galit sa'yo. Galit ako sa ginawa mo. Ano yung mga bagay na yan? Galit ako na ginawa mo yon. Galit ako na naisip mo yung bagay na yan. Pero hindi ako galit sa'yo kasi mahal pa rin kita. Ganun lang. You make the argument black and white. Rather than doing that, allow nuance, complexity. Explore the idea of why can both be true. Why can both be correct? Bakit laging tama ako, mali ka? Why hindi natin pwede makitang pareho naman tayong may point? I'm sorry, pero pareho naman pala tayong may point. Or bakit hindi natin sabihin, alam mo, mali yung ginawa mo pero mali din naman yung ginawa ko? Bakit hindi pwedeng pareho maging ang dalawang bagay? Diba? So rather than making it black and white, allow nuance or, use the word why can't both be true. Instead of venting to your friends, choose those people who are grounded by their virtues and their values. People who would just listen and give you unsolicited, neutral advice. Hindi yung mga taong sobrang bias sa'yo, sobrang bias dun sa lalaki. Not those things. Again, you just listen. Vent, then that's fine. Listen, but don't dwell into it. Kung ano man nasabihin nila. Because at the end of each day, it is still you who will decide. And lastly, rather than attacking, use restraint with the words or phrases na sasabihin mo. Things na sasabihin mo that tomorrow pagsisisihan mo. Mga bagay na pinapangarap mo na sana hindi na lang lumabas sa bibig mo. Avoid those things. That's why as much as possible, avoid saying things that would hurt your partner. May mga times na hindi natin maiiwasan yon and we're sorry for that. We are so sorry for that. May mga bagay na nasabi natin na hindi natin sinasadya and we are so sorry for that. But it is best that you put restraint onto the words. Choose your words wisely when you get into an argument. Choose your words wisely. Avoid those 6 things and continue doing those 6 that I said after. And you would see how great would that relationship